worse than 10 states.
I'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Ecotherapy. These are the Eco Mints. They're made using state-of-the-art nanotechnology strength to CBD particles so that your body can actually use and benefit more from the hemp plant's magic. Little breath mints. They're amazing. I'm actually using the Rest mints. I take one every night before I go to bed. I sleep like a log. They've got other flavors that you can check out at their website below me. It says they've got like a revive for when you wake up. They've got a relax if you're just looking to chill. And you can find them all at their website, ecotherapycbd.com. And if you use the Worst in 10 promo code, you actually get 10% off all your purchases. So, Ecotherapy, check them out, guys.
Welcome back to Worse than 10. We're going to talk about week 9. Watch The Mandalorian. It's awesome. You got to finish watching it.
Maybe
Promise. Do it today.
I'll wait I'll wait till I get really high one day and I'll get bored and I'll be like, you know what, let's video game and I'll put it on as background noise or something.
And by the way, Play With Me, or it's Come Play With Me, they both sound like porns, but that movie is actually really good. The horror flick that just came out.
No idea. Forgot that movies were coming out.
It's good. Yeah, I went to the theater. I went twice this week.
What else did you go see?
Oh, I told you, Empty Man.
Empty Man,
That,
you said that, yeah.
That was dumb.
Oh, okay.
But the new Kevin Costner movie comes out this Friday. Give Him Back or Leave Him or whatever. It looks good.
Okay.
God,
Is it a baseball movie? Or?
no. It's a suspense drama.
So it's Kevin Costner and it's gonna be crap.
No, it's gonna be Kevin Costner's awesome.
I disagree. I really like it.
I love Kevin Costner.
You guys are also
He's never made a
years
bad
older than me.
And we had this conversation. I don't think he's ever made a bad movie.
Dances with Wolves, I think it's fantastic.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the. But even Waterworld, I loved.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Postman.
The Postman's awesome.
Oh my God.
Wyatt Earp was awesome.
Wyatt Earp is awesome.
My favorite of all of all,
Yeah.
because that Tombstone came out at the same time.
It did,
and I think
which
a
they
lot of-
should have waited.
They should. It was weird that they came out at the same time, but it was almost like within a year that they came out.
Yeah,
and
it was in the same year.
I liked him in that better than I did than the Tombstone version. I liked Wyatt Earp better.
Yeah, I think they're both good. They're both very different.
Like when he walks into the bar and with the pool.
I gotta
cue,
watch that one
And
again.
he goes, "My name's Wyatt Earp," and it all ends now. I think that's fucking that.
Dude, The Postman is so good, and we're not that far away from with COVID and everything.
Oh my God.
And the Civil War that's going to happen, or whoever gets elected, it's going to be like you're going to wait a month for your mail.
What was the general's occupation before he got there? Before he was a general, I guess.
Oh fuck, I don't remember.
Remember in the Postman?
I haven't seen it forever.
Nick?
Wait, what?
You don't not we bored or something?
I'm looking at Costner's filmography
He
right
was a
now.
copy repairman. Remember the?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I got to watch that again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He
All
tells
right.
him. He tells him that he's like, "What were you in the real world?" And then he's like, "I was a copy repairman."
Jesus.
You do know. Okay, so Sean Connery just passed away, and I think one of my favorite Costner movies was Untouchables.
Yeah.
With
that's
Sean
good, too.
Connery.
Yeah.
But you've got Mr. Brooks, there's
That's
Dragonfly, Open Range, Upside of Anger, Play It to the Bone, Jesus Christ,
I don't remember.
Message in a Bottle.
That was awesome.
These are all Costner movies.
Yeah.
Because I'm unfamiliar with those first few. Got to be honest with you.
It's because they're not good.
No, you're an idiot.
Mr.
But you like what,
Brooks.
the perfect,
Mr. Brooks is awesome.
Oh, God, that
dude.
movie was so bad.
That
What was
movie
it,
was-
the perfect game with when he was the pitcher?
For the Love of the Game.
The Love of the Game.
Love of the
That
Game.
was great.
That's a
dude.
good movie.
God, I want to watch that.
That's a good baseball movie. Not as good as Field of Dreams, but
True, but it's
And
right
then-
up there.
JFK is always going to be his best performance he's ever done. Like I think him and JFK was phenomenal. Why are we going off
Don't
about
know
this?
because you would.
Why are we talking about Kevin Costner right now?
'Cause he's
We're
on- I don't
talking
know.
about football.
Yes.
We're here to talk about football.
So
go ahead and start doing your introduction
actual words that,
normal.
hey, give us a like, a share, send us a message. Nobody ever does, but
What
whatever.
football movie?
Huh?
Draft Day.
That was awesome. I love that
Well,
movie.
Draft Day. So there we
All right,
go.
everyone. My name's Ree Jolly, Nick Perna, my host, producer Stephen Sloan. Hey, if you like vapes or any CBD product, mints also, give Ecotherapy a try. And Smoking Joe's supplied meatloaf. What?
Were you burping during the
No.
ecotherapy?
No. Meatloaf, right? What
Yeah,
else?
meatloaf, corn, and scalloped potatoes.
Shit.
Yeah, it was delicious.
All done by
Very
Smoking Joe's
starch
and Olathe.
Very starch heavy.
I don't think you give a shit.
I do.
Oh,
Because I do worry about my shit, my bowels.
you do?
Well, yeah, because I mean, corn just processes through, and starch actually does not, process and doesn't give you any energy or nutrients.
Either
and
just
stuff like
corn. There's
that's a starch. That's what I'm saying. They're both
I got it.
starches.
Okay. All
So
right.
only nutrients I really got, and I do want to go ahead and say that yes, there are some feasible nutrients, very low amounts in potatoes.
Yeah. And if there's scallops, there's cheese.
Yeah. And that's
So did you not
goes
eat
straight
that
to my
part?
ass. No, I ate the whole fucking thing.
Okay, then why the fuck are we talking
Because I
about?
like having the energy and the nutrients, and I didn't get any of that from my potatoes. And
Could have
goddamn
given you
corn.
a box of penguin shit. You would have eaten the whole thing.
If I was told it was edible, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe put some salt and pepper on it.
I think everything's pretty much.
As I listened
edible.
to that argument earlier, I kept thinking to myself, how's that free meatloaf with those free mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
And those free scalloped potatoes and corn.
Yeah.
She could have charged you $10. You would have still bought it and ate it.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Anyway,
I
fantastic food. Smoking Joe's and Olathe.
yes.
They give us food every Wednesday. I don't know why. She's just a really nice lady. Rhonda, the owner, the neighbor. So
Yes.
That's
We're-
wonderful.
yeah,
It's the
and we're
only
blessed,
reason why
yeah.
I keep coming back every Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep. No dessert this week, huh?
No.
Damn
But
it.
you've got a whole
I know. Yeah.
container full of candy.
You can eat the candy. Don't eat the bark and the pretzels.
Too
Those
late.
are for next Sunday.
I already had a bark.
All right. Well, leave the rest for next Sunday. So, because we have football and we make food for on Sunday. So, did you guys win this week?
4 out of 5.
Wow.
Once again, and
Man.
without James Robinson too. Gus
Yeah.
Edwards. What a fucking pickup. I called it. I
Gus
called
Edwards.
it.
Oh,
Told everybody
Also-
to pick him up.
yep. And also, Dawkins had a big day too.
But they had 43 carries between
Yeah.
him, those two, and Lamar Jackson.
I think they figured out Lamar Jackson. They figured out his game plan.
Well,
It's
yeah.
easy to defend against.
I told everybody his
Yeah.
game plan for them is
So 4 out of 5. Which one did you lose?
14-man league, which you're.
I lost again on that one.
Yeah, I know.
I need to. Was it against you?
No,
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
If I don't win out all the way to the end of the season, to be at least 8th place, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm 10th right now,
You'll be fine.
and I'm battling.
If you go 500 for the rest of the season, you're going to make the playoffs.
I don't know. This week's gonna be really rough, and right now with the whole 49ers,
Dude, yeah, we're going to cover that. Everything's fucked this
yeah,
week.
so-
This is worse than week 1 or 2 with injuries. Like all the other weird shit going on.
Yeah, the COVID tests are really fucking with me. The whole Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
If Aaron Jones has got the ankle injury, I have Jamal Williams, who's under COVID.
Mhm.
But AJ Dillon's also under COVID. So there's this
All the
Dexter
running backs.
Williams. Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
But I still have Aaron Jones, who's questionable.
But you don't drop him.
No, you're not going to drop him, but you sit there and you it's a game time decision. So now I have to pay attention to Thursday night football, if it even happened.
That game is going to be. I'll talk about that in a second. Steven, how'd you do this week? 0 for 2. I beat you in 1.
Yeah, the same league where I 175
Yeah.
the week before. What would I get? 75 this week.
And in that one,
70,
I think you started Jerick McKinnon again.
Yeah.
But I don't blame you. I started him in some
You
too.
got 11 points for me.
I thought he had like 3 yards.
It wasn't good.
Maybe in a PPR.
I didn't have a good
No, he did not have a touchdown.
So, but and then the Vampire League, I lost just barely.
Okay.
But in true fairness, I just barely won the week before too. So
Okay, but you're still in there. You're still in the
I'm
top.
still in the hunt.
I've got him in the Vampire League this week.
And you beat the Vampire this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
So he didn't get.
Kittle. Which,
Yeah.
who the fuck
Dude,
cares?
I mean, in
Adam.
hindsight, you should have thrown the game. And I mean, if you could tell the future,
right? And
dude,
been
and just sticking with Kittle, that would be
I
awesome.
would have gotten who from him? I think Fant or somebody.
Oh,
So, yeah, that would have been better for me.
yeah.
But whatever.
Who's he playing this week? Has he announced who he's taken?
Not yet. No.
All right.
He rarely will remind.
I won 2 out of 3. I think like last week, or 2 out of 5.
Okay.
2 out of 5 leagues I won.
Obviously,
I dropped 3.
two of those leagues he does not care about.
I care about all of them. Yeah. No, I'm money in all of them. In a couple, I'm doing fantastic. I can't make heads or tails in the 14-man league.
11.9, Jerick McKinnon last week.
Huh?
He had a good.
Is that a
week.
PPR?
This is the worst than 10 Vampire League. So yeah, a half point
PPR. All right.
But he still got a touchdown.
I'm starting this week in all leagues because they literally are out of players.
Yeah.
They have nobody.
Yeah, I would start him if Aaron Jones goes out.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it waivers. I thought about dropping him for some new players, but I was like, man, I got to hold on to this. He's going to break out. They're literally out of everyone. They're going to line him up at wide receiver. They're going to have to.
Fucking Garoppolo. They've lost Kittle. They've lost, I think, one of their
Deebo Samuel was injured.
Tackle. Ayuk's out.
Trent Williams and Ayuk both have
Deebo Samuel, Ayuk
are both on
COVID.
COVID. Not well. They're on the list. They can't play. What?
I haven't heard of a team getting that fucked in
Yeah.
a long time.
Well, that's worked like halfway through it.
Before COVID.
Tevin Coleman.
Before COVID.
The starting running back. I mean, everyone.
Just snake bitten.
The people that are.
That's the only way to describe it.
Yeah, it's worse than when Tennessee had 22 players test positive. And I mean, they managed to put a game together with some players, but this is unprecedented.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I think they're going to get fucking curb stomped by the Packers, even without the Packers will even have to run the ball.
The Packers really want to prove some shit, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers does. I think he's going to.
Yeah.
He's going to try to just annihilate the reigning NFC champions.
They're gonna.
I don't know. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers. He's inconsistent. He doesn't want to battle back. Like if he's down, if he's losing, he doesn't try and win back.
Really?
Yeah. They have a stat of anytime he's below 14 points, he kind of just loses. Like his winning percentage when he's down by 14 points is extremely low. It's like 40%. Meanwhile, like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady
are always trying to make shit happen.
They're 70% loot losses whenever they're down by 14.
I don't think that stat has to do with like a mental thing.
I think it's just because he's like it's the whole. Okay, so
the play calling.
The Packers and Buccaneers game a couple of weeks ago. All right, what did you see whenever Rodgers was down? He just kind of quit on the team. Meanwhile, you see what Brady does. He just keeps trying to kill and push.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Rodgers is a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm just saying the guy is not that.
He scores fantasy points.
Yeah, he's not a competitor though. And I don't know.
Man, I don't know. That's a bold statement. I totally disagree.
I think he's been playing out of his fucking.
Yes, this is like one of his best seasons.
When he's winning.
I don't know.
You're absolutely right. And guess what? They're winning most of the time.
All he has is shit to prove this year because the team's fucking throwing him out. They're throwing him out to pasture, basically.
Yeah.
They're pushing him out like.
And they didn't even trade for a wide receiver. They didn't make any moves to help
made
him
any
out.
Moves. But
Lazard is still out. I think he's on the COVID list. I mean, he has hardly anyone to throw to.
Yeah, no, he's got plenty. They always have plenty. It's just trash. And let's be honest about it, though. Devontae Adams does enough.
He does. He does everything.
Yeah.
I do want to say for next week, I don't know how this happened. We're in some alternate universe, but Rich, who's in 3 of 4 of our leagues that we're in together, I play him in all 3 leagues next week.
Hey.
The game after the election. And Rich loves Trump, loves the Packers, and probably Dunkin' Donuts. He's the uncle from Boston.
He loves New England, not Packers. Patriots.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about Packers. Yes, he loves the New England Patriots. He is your drunk uncle for Boston that comes to the wedding and offends people that are way younger than him and don't get it.
Well, yes, he does that every fantasy draft that I have in person.
But it's fun. But I'm thinking, and I don't want to, put the cart before the horse, but if there is at least somewhat of a clear winner in this election. He is such a big Trump fan. I think I'm going to change all three of my team names to Biden wins. He's supposed to be in all three leagues, but at least when he looks at the matchup, he has to read that and be like, fuck.
I need you to beat him in the Coaches 2 League. Like, he's standing in my way.
I need to beat him in all of them.
Well,
From what? Being in first or just making the playoffs?
Just to give myself some clear way to get to that number one
I'm going to
spot
try,
in my
buddy.
division.
I'm going to try.
I know that there's not much of a reason to have divisions or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, I like saying that I'm the top up there. And he's the only guy in front of me in that division, even though my record is not great.
Yeah. Well, you don't get anything for being first in the division.
No, but still, it's nice to see.
Yeah, I'm going to try. But I think that's funny how that worked out. And, hopefully we know something later tonight or tomorrow morning, and I'm totally going to change all team names to Biden wins.
We're not going to know for another 2 weeks.
Nah, well, no. We'll know, but there's going to be a lot of contesting stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be Steven said last week a month. I'm
It
like,
could be a month. There's people predicting it could take up to a month to figure out everything.
Might be a month before he admits it and leaves, but I think
He's already called it a victory. So.
I know. Well, yeah, that was way early. So Chiefs
What do you think is
game.
going to happen? Do you think after he loses, he's just going to leave the White House and it's all over?
No, he's not leaving. He won't leave. He'll have to be escorted
I
out.
want to see him throw like a toddler tantrum and sit at the Oval.
He already put a fence up.
Like, I want to see him sit in the chair and just be like, "No, I don't want to go."
Yeah,
And
that's
just,
what's going to happen.
Like, stomp his feet. Like, I could picture him doing that.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So the Chiefs
game
well,
was awesome.
You thought it was going to be a trap game.
No, well, I just asked you.
And you got me thinking about it, but turns out my team's fine.
They are. That first half, now, Steven had to watch at home because he had a COVID scare. I think it's his third or fourth COVID scare, and he's fine.
I was with my nieces.
Yes. But I watched a game with Daniel, and I kept looking. I was like, Daniel, are you nervous yet? He's like, dude, I don't know. The Jets kept coming down the field. They never scored a touchdown, but just kept dinking field goals pretty easy. And then they get scored on. But it was closer than I thought it'd be by the end of the second half.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm just saying. And then
But did you start Hardman
the
or
Chiefs.
not?
No, I dropped him. No.
I told you to sit on him. I told you to keep it.
I already dropped him.
God,
I don't.
idiot.
I know.
And there's a reason why
I think
you
I
win
picked
2
him.
out of 5 leagues. And I'm sitting here
fuck.
4 out of 5.
Whatever. I would have started him if I still had him.
I would have started. This is a great matchup against a shitty team. You should have started DeMarcus Robinson if you had him. If you had Byron Pringle, you start him because you're the Chiefs going up against the shittiest team in the fucking league.
They're not the shittiest, but they're down there.
Oh, no, they're the shittiest.
Are they the shittiest?
Yeah, they're the
They have
worst.
one win?
No.
No win.
No wins.
Oh.
Only winless team.
Okay, they're definitely the shittiest. I thought there were a couple winless teams.
No, this goes the
right.
Jets, Cowboys, Giants.
Yeah.
How can New York be that bad?
The Jets, it's a
And he used
Which like all of
Yes.
That's actually just New Jersey is
I
that
just don't
bad.
understand it.
So
They're not
Jets-
actually in New York.
the Jets
No, but
organization.
they called the New York. I mean, how
Yeah,
can,
it's-
the Jets and the Giants? How can those teams be that fucking bad?
Well, the Giants, they've had a prolific career. I mean, they've
Yeah.
2-time Super Bowl winners
Yeah,
in the
Super Bowl
last.
champions.
And
the Jets have Super Bowls.
Early,
But at least they have one. The Bills have none.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the Jets for a long time have been a terrible
They're
team,
Cincinnati.
and they are. They're Cincinnati. They're
Cincinnati's
Bengals
on the way
team.
back.
They're a Bengals. They're a Browns team. They're a joke in that division. And for the longest time, it didn't matter about those 3 teams because there was always the Patriots.
Yeah.
And I mean, even whenever they had Rex Ryan as their coach and they had Mark Sanchez before the butt fumble, and they actually beat the Patriots a couple times.
Yeah.
But their organization, just like we were talking about Jerry Jones, they're not a well-ran organization.
No.
And
Is that Johnson?
I couldn't.
Is
tell
that
you.
I think that's Johnson and Johnson money.
Maybe.
I
It
don't
wouldn't
know.
surprise me. But I mean,
Looking it up.
the whole Jets ordeal. If I were the Jets, I would take that number 1 pick and I would trade that number 1
Oh,
pick.
you got to. Because you
Trevor Lawrence, I mean, I get it, is a once in a lifetime arm and a talent, but it's either you sit there and give up on Darnold or you trade down and try and get like 6 other picks.
Yeah, like offensive linemen. You need wide receivers.
Up.
You need running backs.
Right.
They need a whole defense.
Yep, they need a lot.
And Darnold, I think you put the pieces around him, he'll succeed.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with Josh Allen. Not to be braggadocious on my own team, but they put some pieces around him, and now he's kind of thriving.
Flourishing. But and that's what happens when you don't take care of your team. And that's what I was worried about with Burrow, was the whole organization of the Bengals. They have a terrible offensive line. They don't have any legit wideouts, which we now know T. Higgins
and Boyd is good.
Yeah.
AJ Green's a little long in the tooth.
Doesn't matter. But they're coming along.
Yeah.
They get another good offensive guard on that offensive line. You get yourself a legit number 1 running back. You've got yourself a prolific
They're going to
offense.
compete. Yeah.
Because Burrow is that good. Darnold could be that good if you give him the pieces.
What is this? Week 9. The first time I think he admitted that. Burrow is that good.
I've come a long way.
You're coming around. All right.
Yeah, he's proven.
I will say I'm completely out on Drew Lock.
Dude, I know. I was high on him. I've given up.
And with all the talent that's around him as well, I've decided I've given up on him. And I don't see any more benefits from him. He's kind of like a Mayfield.
That I agree. Yeah.
He's got like this.
Or Manziel.
Kind of. But he's got this ego.
I agree.
Think that he doesn't.
Yeah, it's too big ego. You went to fucking Missouri, bro.
It literally is owned by 2 brothers, Woody and
Woody Johnson,
and his other brother,
who was accused of sexual assault or something.
And then they are
They
are the grandsons or the great grandsons of Johnson
and Johnson,
okay,
like baby shampoo people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Drew Lock has done. Like we talked a lot about him in the preseason before the game. We all thought, he's got Hamler, he's got Judy,
He has so many fans. He's got so many weapons. Lindsey's a great receiver.
They get Melvin Gordon in there. I mean,
you're set up for success.
Not to mention your defense is not terrible. Like, I mean, it is middle of the pack, but
you want it that good. You want him to have to fight to come back and score more fantasy points.
You wanted to throw the ball deep with Drew Lock because you had to keep up with the Chiefs.
He looks lost.
You want to hear some numbers?
I don't think he maybe he's not reading the playbook or doesn't give a fuck. There's something going on.
What'd you find?
And he has too big a fucking ego to be coming from offense, University of Missouri.
Coming from Lee Summit. You're a Lee Summit kid, grow up and play the game.
University of Missouri has never had a great NFL quarterback. Ever.
His best game was his last.
That's probably the best one. And he played. The Bills made him a fucking wide receiver.
His best game was his last game.
He had that touchdown.
He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then against the Chiefs, he threw 2 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
The week before,
who did he play last week? Good game.
Chargers.
He had that really good game he had that ending with that touchdown at the very last second.
New England, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pittsburgh, no touchdowns, no interceptions. It didn't look like he played that long. And then Tennessee, he had 1 touchdown, no interception.
I don't even like him as a backup these days.
He's 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
I wouldn't mind seeing him benched for Ripon.
I think it's Ripon.
Ripon. Ripon is what he does with the football. He's ripping it down the field.
Ripon is what bananas do if you leave them out.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be biased because he's a Boise State kid, but I just Drew Lock, I think, has shown who he is and what he's capable of doing, and I don't think there's any more of a ceiling for him. I think he's reached his max.
Yeah.
He needs to sit there and take the Chase Daniels route. And
I don't know. He had a good game last week. We'll see what he does after that. It's not going to be run out, pick him up off waivers.
Another Missouri quarterback.
Yeah.
Chase Daniels, and he's the best backup quarterback you could possibly have. And Drew Lock
probably could be a good coach.
He's going to be the
So we started with Chiefs and we all the way on Drew Lock. But did you watch the Bills game at all? I know he didn't. He went here. It was awesome. We beat the Patriots, but we almost threw it away. We almost fucked it up.
Well, yeah, because of the fumble at the end.
Yeah, that's the only thing that saved us.
The one downside of not watching the Chiefs game here is I don't have the ability to watch other games.
Oh.
So I was only stuck with the Chiefs game.
Well, I mean, if you read about it or saw the score, it'd be like, ooh, the
I
Bills
saw the
won.
highlights at, what is it, the week football night.
It's a game that we should have won by 20 points, but we did.
Yeah, and the Patriots.
But a win's a win. It was ugly, but
you need all the help you can get because the Dolphins.
The running game got
awesome.
They're getting better. The running game turned on for us though, so it made Zach Moss viable pickup this week.
Almost picked him up too, but I
did in one league.
Staring at him, and I was like, Zach Moss could do something. The Singletary I don't think was playing. Was he?
They did. They split time. I think Zach Moss had the touchdown and more yardage. Probably equal carries.
He had a big run.
I think he's I think he's bigger and just
better.
Pulls over people and better.
Yeah, he's better.
Younger legs. All right, what about fucking state of the 49ers? We touched on that. That's just a mess. Is there any and I got the text today about Ayuk in the left tackle. That was like at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. No, it was 6. That they're on. Ayuk was going to start. I had a question later. Is there anything we're starting on that team at all? Ayuk would be the only one. But now he's not playing. McKinnon, I mean, you've got to start McKinnon. He's the best player on the whole fucking team right now. And they traded Quan Alexander, the linebacker. Why would you do that?
Your whole team's falling apart. Why not try and get some extra draft picks
while
your team's collapsing? It makes sense if you know you're not, like, your team's gone. Like, everybody's gone. So you might as well.
It's like Ghost Runner on first. There's nobody out there.
Shop what you got, and if you know you got somebody like Quan Alexander, they've got.
That's all they had to shop too.
So they shopped who they could have. That was healthy. I mean, get some picks and add so you can add depth at the draft.
Yeah,
it makes sense in whatever terms, but I don't know. Nick Mullins is going to have a fucking shit show.
It's going to be terrible.
Yeah, and because you know that the Packers are going to put up the points, and
their defense is going to score a lot of points.
The 49ers are going to have to play catch up with nobody.
42-3. Do you think he'll even score?
I hope so. I'll name McKinnon to score.
Yes, McKinnon, please. They got to line him up everywhere.
Aaron Jones doesn't play. I need McKinnon.
They got to put him everywhere. I mean, from minute 1 to the end of that game, it's all garbage time. I mean, McKinnon does good the last couple minutes of a game. They put him in because he has tired legs.
The Niners should do?
Who the fuck has tired legs? You're an NFL player.
Bring in all your practice squad players and just see.
I think they are.
Just see if anybody can bring a squad.
I think they did. In the story you shared, they closed the facility, but now there's a new rule. They have to wear masks. Like everyone on the bench?
Everybody on
Not
the bench.
Not just them, but
so
all
if you're
teams now?
on the bench and if you're not playing on the field, you have to put your mask on while you're on the sidelines.
So when you come back to the bench, where are you going to put is it in your pocket? They don't have pockets.
No, they'll have somebody there handing them.
They're going to have to. And then when they go back out, there's a turnover. They can throw those masks away and give it because you don't want to give him somebody else's mask.
They got plenty of money. They got plenty of money.
I know, but that's a lot of.
You wear the damn thing around your neck and you put it up whenever you go to the sideline. It's not.
They're not going to wear it around their fucking neck while they're playing.
They have the fucking hoods that they put over their face while they're playing, that just show their eyes in the cold weather games.
True.
So what would be the difference if they have the thing that they hang up over their face?
So, because someone's going to grab that to tackle somebody, and that's going to be a whole other new rule.
It's inside of a mask. Inside
the helmet.
Inside the helmet. But if it's just hanging there, nobody's going to grab that.
They grab chains. They grab because people are dumb enough. Odell Beckham Jr. is dumb enough to wear a fucking watch on the field.
Yes.
You can tackle someone with a watch, and grab it.
Yeah, but we're talking about metal objects.
It's going to happen. It's going to be problematic.
Product there around their neck. They'll figure it out. They've also expanded the sideline so they're a lot longer as well, so people can socially distance. It's going to be a fucking mess if the game happens.
It is.
It's still
right now. It's supposed to happen. It could still get canceled though.
I mean, if you were the 49ers, would you not try and push it back to be like on Monday night or something or a Tuesday night game? Give Garoppolo time to heal.
Garoppolo's not going to – Garoppolo's out for like 6 weeks.
Really?
Kittle's out for the season.
I know he is. I thought Garoppolo was just like having like –
No, it's a sprained ankle or a broken bone in an ankle.
He is
It's not
49ers
good.
Placed on injured reserve with a high ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain. I mean,
Injured reserve. So that's minimum age, right?
yeah, he can. I think 4 weeks is the fastest he can come back.
The whole new IR system's completely confused me. Whenever I used to hear IR, it meant out for the season.
Yeah.
So, but now it's like 4 weeks minimum or something like that.
But high ankle sprains, those are the fucked up ones. Those are the ones you do not want.
Yeah.
That's what Michael Thomas has or had. Hopefully, he's supposedly starting this week.
Maybe.
I mean, he's healthy. He practiced today.
Maybe.
If there's any reason he doesn't, it's because because he's a dick.
Yeah.
And he won't he feels disrespected. You hear this one?
Yeah.
And he wants a fucking apology from other people, players, coaches.
Yep.
And they're like waiting for him to come around and be humble and be like, listen, hey, I just want us to win. I mean, you're getting paid millions of dollars to play a game that's fun. Like, just go out and fucking do it.
It's a job to them.
I understand that's a job, but I mean, go in there and be like, hey, I'm sorry, bro.
It's a Cypress Hill. It's a job. It's a fun job, but it's still a job, man.
I don't know. So in Green Bay, their running game, all their running backs are out. We covered that, yeah.
I'm hoping Aaron Jones is going to be healthy. That's all I'm hoping on. I hope so.
He's a maybe. We'll see.
You want to hear Aaron Rodgers' numbers, by the way?
No, we
numbers.
Oh, only if they prove Nick wrong. Otherwise, I don't want to hear him.
No, well, first things first. Nick's not saying anything about fantasy points.
Not true. He scores. We know he scores.
We know he's scoring. All I'm saying, I'm saying that when he's
not
losing, when he is losing by 14 points or more, he quits.
Gotcha.
So if you want to find that stat, go for it. But that is something I saw on ESPN, and I agree with it because
you didn't say consistent at all.
No,
he didn't say that. He knows he scored and they're winning.
Yeah, I'm well aware of how good he is and what he can do.
Nothing but consistent.
You just wouldn't want him on your team.
I wouldn't build around him.
Okay.
I wouldn't want him as a chief. I like Russell Wilson. I like Mahomes. I like these guys who.
Did he quit Danica Patrick?
Did he quit or she quit him?
She quit him.
Yeah, and I think on Halloween, she posted pictures of her new boy toy dressed as Aaron Rodgers just to spite him.
Dude.
Yeah.
That man, bitches gotta hate.
Man,
fuck. Supposedly he's a fucking dick.
I think he is. Yeah, I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford tested COVID. He's on the COVID list,
which he was the beginning of the season.
True, but that was a false positive. His wife's going to be pissed either way. She fucking threw a tantrum last time.
Yeah.
This just means he either has it or he's been in contact. His little bracelet went off because he was close to someone that may have had it, but he's not playing. He's out for the game, which is
huge because they're coming on.
Huge.
They're kind of hot right now.
They were looking good.
Yeah.
But Galladay's hurt too and probably not going to play. So
who's their backup? Driscoll still, or did they
backup? What? Oh, quarterback. I don't know, dude.
On Stafford's
the Lions.
Chase Daniels on that team. And
that's
David,
right.
And David Blau.
David Blau, yeah.
David Blau.
Yeah, I kind of like Chase Daniels could do something. If it was Driscoll again, I'd be
who? Amendola and I don't even know anyone else.
You going to start this game?
Somebody is.
Marvin Jones Jr.
Oh yeah.
Hawkinson.
Yeah, but these are all people that people already have. I'm like, if you want to replace Galladay,
you're fucked.
Can on that team.
David Blau is playing.
David
Blau. I bet you Blau. Whatever. He's going to be playing.
So few trades. Oh, go ahead.
No, speaking of quarterback starting, did you hear about Minshew being benched for Jake Lockett from Oregon State?
Yes.
Big 6'7" kid that I was talking about earlier this year.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see this.
And he may not come back, Minshew. He said he can be benched. He does have a broken finger.
Yeah.
But I heard they're putting all the blame on him, and you're going to pick him up?
I kind of want to because I like him. I really like this kid's arm. I liked him in Oregon
Was he
State.
good in college?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't turn the ball over, but he's a big-bodied quarterback.
They draft him?
They drafted him 6th, 7th round.
Okay.
But I mean, he's not athletic. He's a pocket passer. You don't expect him to, curl out or anything like that. But I mean, Big Ben, man, he looks a lot like Big Ben. And
all right.
I'm not expecting him to win. I'm not expecting him to get a bunch of fantasy numbers this week. So just keep your eye on him. He's gonna be fun to watch.
We'll watch him. How about Cooper Rush for Dallas? Might be quarterback this week. Andy Dalton is on the COVID list now too.
Wait, who is
Cooper Rush, which they signed back. They'd cut him before. He was Dak Prescott's backup. Not this season. They released him when they signed Andy Dalton. So last season. So he knows the playbook. They said he asked like good questions on Zoom meetings. This is literally what they said. So this kid may start in front of DiNucci this week.
Fuck.
I mean, that whole team is.
Do you think they couldn't like?
That's a dumpster fire with healthy people.
2007.
Is when long time.
Do you
ago.
think Kellen Moore could just like
Put a helmet on?
and
Maybe.
play? I mean, he's not extremely over. I mean, he's younger than Tom Brady and younger than Aaron Rodgers.
They're going to be down to that soon.
I mean, why wouldn't you at least test that as an option? I mean, it's not. I know it's something in football that people don't really, talk about. But I mean, like it's been huge in basketball and NHL for years that the coaches played. So I mean, it could be interesting to see it kind of happen.
I don't think it'll happen.
No, but I think it'd be fun. Cooper Rush.
Wow. Yeah. He sounded familiar, but
I had already heard of him.
6'3", 225 pounds. Born in 1993.
Where'd he go? The college.
Central Michigan, undrafted.
Was he 20? What year did he graduate?
If he was born in 93.
It's at 18, so okay, so it wouldn't be the same time as
2011.
Okay. I'm trying to see if he played with Antonio Brown and Eric Fisher on that Central Michigan team. So
I don't know.
That's why I was curious.
Antonio Brown was activated.
Yep,
Yesterday. Gonna play.
I'm starting him.
Me too. No hashtag. In at least one league, maybe two. Because he's going to come in there. They say 10 to 30 plays. He goes out there and scores one touchdown. They'll be like, keep going.
I just want to see Brady just lob it once.
I think he's gonna. It's gonna happen.
See if it happens. If that, like the Patriots game when he played that one game, Brady.
It was more than one game. I looked it up after last week. He played more. He played a couple of games.
Whatever. But I remember that first play, like the first play he was as a Patriot, Brady just lobs it over to him and he catches it.
Yeah,
touchdown.
It took off.
And so I was like, this could be worth it.
It's going to happen against the Saints.
I mean, yeah, I'm hoping. And
Godwin's supposed to be back too, even though with the broken finger, they're going to have a full squad now. It's going to be scary.
What do you think is happening?
They struggled last week.
What do you think will happen the moment Antonio Brown puts his diva shoes on? And he sits there and he starts seeing that Evans is the number one or Gallup's or Godwin's the number one. And he's like, no, I'm the number one now.
I don't think that's going to happen. Somebody's already said it was Brady or the coach. There's no divas there. There's no number ones. Everyone's really unselfish. That's what you have to say. But
now, you bring in
Will it
Antonio
happen?
Brown with the divaness.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if he's going to gain more chances after this.
Yeah, he needs to.
I mean,
and not to mention he can still get suspended later on this year.
Yeah, he still has a robbery charge
Yep.
and for diddling his yoga instructor. I mean, there's still that case out there.
All those fun allegations. So I mean, there's still a possibility that he's going to get suspended for another 2, 3, 4 games. So I don't know why the Buccaneers took a chance on it. I would have.
Because he's a $30 million fucking player that they got
Good for
nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Take,
And
you roll the
no
dice.
guaranteed money.
It's better than making a trade with someone else and giving something back. You just got this guy off the street.
But you've got everybody come back healthy. I would understand if you were the 49ers and you were that desperate.
Antonio Brown would have said no to the 49ers.
Probably. The only reason why
he's chasing a ring.
The only reason Buccaneers got him was because of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like if Tom Brady
he was
didn't
wearing the Tom Brady hat today during his interview.
If Tom Brady didn't say, "Hey, I'll take care of him," I mean, I think he's actually
he can live with me again.
Live with him.
I don't know if he is again. He did that once. Before.
They are now. I know that they're rooming together again.
Okay.
Like he's letting him stay at his place in Florida. But it's if it wasn't for Tom Brady, Antonio Brown wouldn't be on that team.
Yeah.
But it's That's a fucking.
So you lost another running back, or some running backs are out.
Which one?
Gaskin, out 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I wasn't really starting him anyway.
Oh, you weren't?
Yeah, he was playing around on my bench.
Okay. How many leagues you have him in?
I had him in 2.
Okay.
I think Alyssa has him in 1.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why the Chiefs traded DeAndre Washington to him.
3
Yep.
games.
Yeah, would you pick up DeAndre Washington?
No, because there's still
Laird?
that, and there's Matt Breida still, and Jordan.
Isn't Burritos hurt as well?
I heard he's almost close to being healthy,
Okay.
and Jordan Howard is close too. That's just going to be a whole stable of
Did not practice.
so running backs.
Did not practice?
Which one?
Burrito.
No. Maybe not, but I'm not going to pick up Laird against.
Who do they have? They got Arizona.
Running backs.
No, they're playing Arizona.
Oh yeah, it is Arizona. Yeah, I wouldn't start a running back against.
Yeah, this is going to be a shootout. It's gonna
Yeah. And do you think Tua gets in a shootout?
be I like Tua. I really do.
He didn't have he didn't have a bad game, but he didn't do much.
He
The
didn't have
defense
to.
won that
when
game.
the defense plays that well and you can get scoring opportunities from your other parts of your team, and you just have to run
Do you
the
think
ball.
it'll be a shootout this week?
I do. I think Kyler Murray is going to make it a shootout, and I think the
Like Kyler
Dolphins
Murray's
will
going to what?
I think the Dolphins will win. Their
the
defense is
Dolphins
playing
are
on
not gonna
another
win.
level right now. They know how to stop that scrambling quarterback, and they can do it with a 6'7" scrambling quarterback and freaking Josh Allen. They'll be able to stop Kyler Murray.
They didn't stop Josh Allen.
Not
They
yet.
won.
Well, yeah, not yet.
But
they
they get a second chance against Josh Allen.
And they're going to be able to.
I'll bet you on that game. What are we betting?
Lunch.
Lunch?
What we do.
Lunch is so blah. Let's bet a hat.
All right, I'm buying you a tie-dye hat. Fuck it.
Okay, whatever. You can pick, but it can't be stupid. It's got to be something cool.
It will be a Bills hat.
Yeah.
I get
But don't
that.
buy I don't mind the tie-dye one because I don't have one. All right, deal? Just straight up.
Deal.
Arizona
Hat.
wins.
All right. Oh, I thought we were talking about the Bills and Dolphins game.
No. I'm telling you, the one to shoot
This
out,
game?
you think
Yeah.
Tua's going to win.
I think
okay.
Tua will win that.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
okay
that's
with
what.
that.
All right, cool.
Hat on that.
All right, bet in a hat.
Market.
Market. Yeah.
It's on you, producer.
Yeah. So
Next week we'll forget what game
probably.
we bet on.
Yeah. No, I'll remember this week.
I get a hat out of it. Of
Yeah,
course you'll
maybe.
remember.
We'll see. So we'll take a little break. We'll come back and do some sit starts and some waiver stuff that we did this week.
Okay, so my first big with the Kittle injury, I needed to find a tight ends. So I just picked up a whole bunch of different ones. Evan Ingram was available. So I grabbed him.
Not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. They just don't get him the ball as much. I
Yeah.
watched that Giants game. I mean, they got him the ball as any way they could. And,
They tried to, yeah.
And
The week before that, he did drop a touchdown, though. So.
yeah. But so him, was able to pick up Jonnu Smith as well.
Really?
Well, I put in 3 waivers for tight ends.
Okay.
Because I just thought,
You're like, I'm going to get one of these.
yeah, I got all 3.
Oh, fuck. You got to drop the same player for each one. But you picked different players to drop?
Yep, each time. And I'm okay with all 3 of them, but I know I'm going to drop the other 2 at some
I
point.
mean, you can put one in the flex.
But I've got
I guess.
Jonnu Smith, who I picked up, and then Logan Thomas was still out there. So, I mean,
Which league is it? I'm not going to relax. I'm not going to drop it in. Okay.
That's the Vampire League. You're doing fine in that one.
No, I'm not looking at it. I was just seeing which league it was.
I picked up Blankenship as a kicker.
Yeah.
So why not?
Philip Rivers likes to stall drives a lot, and Blankenship's going to
There's a couple players I was looking at and I'm thinking about picking up that I have not bit the bullet on yet. The first one, Jordan Wilkins. Jonathan Taylor's hurt.
Yeah,
and as a
he's
running
questionable right now.
right, he'll be out.
He did not have a good week.
No, and I think they're going to let him rest this week.
You think?
I think Jordan Wilkins will get the bulk carries, which he got plenty of carries last week as well with Taylor down. A lot of people are jumping on Hines.
Yeah, Nikhil Hines went nuts.
I want everyone to
I think
just
that was a one-time
just
thing.
calm down. He's a receiving back only.
Yeah.
He's not going to get the bulk of carries. He'll get a couple tosses to him. Look at Jordan Wilkins. He's going to be their lead back or the guy who carries.
If Jonathan Taylor is a play.
Yes, if Jonathan Taylor doesn't play.
Which I've kind of been looking at that
Yeah.
Wilkins too. I'm like,
the other one I've been looking at, DJ Dallas, Seattle.
Chris Carson's supposed to come back.
I don't care. He's going to get hurt again. Chris Carson, he's always hurt. But I really like this DJ Dallas. I really liked him in the combine as well. I think he's Miami, University of Miami, I believe. And really good, speed, great diversity. He did he had the best time on the Deuce Staley drill.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. So he's got good vision, and he's got great hands. His numbers in college weren't great, but he had 20 points this past week. I think he can really develop well under Pete Carroll. I really like his upside, and so if you want to pick him up and kind of sit on him, I would go ahead and take advantage of that. The last player I picked up,
I do want to touch on Jordan Wilkins. It does say he's questionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jordan Wilkins will be fine. That questionable is there just because everybody else is questionable. Wayne Gallman Jr. I picked him up last week
for the Giants.
For the Giants, he got me some good points. He is going to be a touchdown dependent only back though.
Yeah.
The problem, he got his only touchdown because they, I think, got like they're at the 2-yard line and they just pushed it in. But I still like him. With Devontae Freeman still being hurt, Dion Lewis is.
I just picked up Wilkins.
You did,
but in the coaches too, only because I had a free spot and I didn't have to drop anyone.
Dion Lewis is going to be a receiving back. I do like Wayne Gallman if you weren't running back needy, I guess.
Yeah,
so
he's a good plug and play. I think he's probably the guy for the Giants.
And until Freeman's back.
Yeah.
Because supposedly he's going to be the bulk carrier whenever he gets healthy, but who knows how long he'll stay healthy.
Who are the Giants playing? So somebody good.
They've got, I got right here.
Washington. Yeah. And I picked up their defense. That's one of my ads this week. Washington defense, only against the Giants. Washington has actually scored a lot of points on defense, more points than Green Bay has scored.
Yeah, my freaking New England defense probably too. I am so disappointed with them. And if they were playing anybody other than the Jets, I would drop them.
Yeah, you got to keep them this week.
Yeah, but they were terrible. So I'm shopping at defenses lately.
How did they do last week against the Bills?
3 points?
Yeah.
3-4 points? Jesus Christ.
I think the Bills scored 22 points on defense.
5 points. 5 fucking points.
That's not good.
I'd love to chat. How are you doing today?
Oh, all right.
Alexa.
That's not Alexa. Nobody even said the G word. It's weird.
It's nice to meet you too, Google.
Locations for
Okay, Google, stop. Shut the fuck up. Jesus.
Okay.
Way to ruin our podcast, asshole.
That's a woman.
You can still be an asshole.
Also, I picked up Zach Moss.
All right.
In the 14-person league. I can't believe he was available. He had a great week last week, split carries. I think it's going to be a timeshare. He'll be a flex player. He's not a,
Who are the Bills playing?
Seattle, which is a terrible defense that we talked about before. And I think we can run on them and pass on them, but it's whether we can keep up with Russell Wilson to win the game.
That's the best.
That's what I'm worried about.
That could be the best game of the day. That's 6-1 versus 6-2.
Yeah, but
you're going to be down to 6-3, and then
it's possible.
And then whenever the Dolphins win and beat Arizona,
listen, we have it's bad. We play Seattle, then Arizona, then a bye week. Not that it's going to.
Right.
Hell, and then San Francisco, which now San Francisco today, totally beatable. 3-4 weeks from now, I don't know if they're,
they'll still be beatable.
I'm hoping
CJ Beathard as their quarterback, and
maybe
they'll have a whole new offensive line.
But I like Zach Moss this week, especially against Seattle. Is a nice plug and play. I think we'll stick to run the ball. We discovered last week, strangely, that we can actually run the ball now. And it was against a good defense. The Patriots are pretty solid against
they're supposed
the run.
to be.
Supposed to be.
Their defense has been trash.
And then I picked up J.K. Dobbins. in the 14. I can't believe he had a great game. I can't believe he is splitting carries with Gus Edwards.
And whenever Mark Ingram comes back, he'll be playing carries too. I mean, I was always worried about any of those running backs because of all the running potential there. Dobbins had a great
and because
game.
the quarterback runs all the time too.
So I mean, but Dobbins has had a good, solid year. I mean, nothing spectacular or flashy, but
But I can't believe he was a free agent.
Yeah, he'll get you 8 points.
If he's at, I'll fucking take 8 points at this point. That's where your defense scored.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, start sits. Who you got that starts this week?
All right, my starters this week. Big one I'm starting for sure, Corey Davis against Chicago. Tennessee Titans wide receiver. I think it's a good matchup. I know that everyone wants to talk about how good their defense is in Chicago, but I guarantee you.
I kind of disagree. I would not start him.
I think Corey Davis is going to have a huge game.
Because everyone's going to be on A.J. Brown.
Okay. Exactly. So I really like that setup. The other one I really like is David Johnson against Houston. Against Jacksonville. I think he's going to have a big game. 2 touchdowns easily.
I think they'll be ahead
early
and just run all over. Yeah.
Yep. They've got a rookie quarterback out there who I like, but let's be honest about it.
We got to give him some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that one. I think you're just saying that because you tried to trade him to me too.
Probably. I'm still trying to trade him to you. Anybody that's listening.
Yeah.
I really like the Hunter Renfrow matchup against the Chargers.
For Vegas.
Renfrow, Ruggs, and
that could be good. The Chargers got exposed last week, and
Darren Waller.
Yeah.
I really think all 3 of them are going to have big games against the Chargers.
Every week.
Teams are throwing against the Chargers defense. Without Darwin Thompson back there, I think their secondary is really easily the weakest link.
Yeah.
And I think any and every wide receiver could have a big game. Derek Carr's playing lights out lately, if you haven't noticed.
I did.
And
I picked him up weeks ago. I'm still sitting on it,
but he's playing great against, with their 2 losses, what they, lost because of the COVID shit.
He has something to prove this year.
Yeah.
He's throwing it all over the place.
So I really like any Raiders.
Any Raider. Yeah, I like that.
Last week wasn't so hot, but he's played pretty good.
I don't like that idea at all, but let's mention Antonio Brown. Why not?
Yeah.
We kind of discussed it a bit. We don't know what to expect really, but we know that Tom Brady and Antonio Brown get along. They like each other. So we'll see what happens.
If you go by any time Antonio Brown has ever started a game, you know what to expect. Lightning in a bottle.
Right.
He's going to score at least once. If he doesn't, that's the anomaly.
It really is.
You got to put him in there. If you traded for him or you picked him up on waivers a couple weeks ago, start him. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to use him as a decoy. They're going to use him for what they got him for. He wants a ring. Tom Brady loves him. They have this weird man crush that I just don't understand.
It's because
Gronk has got to be super fucking jealous. But he's going to score
some sort of love triangle going on over there.
Something.
My last one.
Touching dicks or something.
My last one, he should be starting, but I know some people might be questioning it going up against Seattle. Stephon Diggs for the Buffalo Bills. I feel like this is going to be a catch-up game that the Bills are going to have to play. I know you like your Zach Moss idea about.
Oh, no, I love Diggs too.
But I really think they're going to have to throw the ball to catch up, and I think Diggs is going to have a big game.
I think everyone in Buffalo is going to have a great game points-wise. I don't know if we'll win, but the offense is going to score a lot of points against the second or third to the last defense in the NFL. The Cowboys are worse.
It's the first pass defense or the worst pass defense in the NFL. And
the Legion of Boom is fucking over.
Yeah, it hasn't been around for a while.
Now it's the Legion of offense and passing. That's all it is.
It's just Russell Wilson's team.
Yeah, it's trying to keep up with this. I dare you.
So it's I I think Diggs is going to have a big game, and like I said, he should be starting anyway.
Yeah.
He should have been drafted early enough. He should have been just
should be your lineup every single week.
But I know that people might sit there and question it and stuff like that. So if you're questioning it, don't start him. Keep him in there.
I think I have him as my number one for starts. I think this is going to be his best game of the year.
Ooh, that's bold.
And that's only going to take 2 touchdowns of like 150 yards to do it of this year. He's had better with Minnesota, but I think he's going to feast on this defense.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm really shocked at how great he has fit into the Buffalo Bills offense.
Yeah,
I was. After last year, every big name receiver that went to a new team kind of fell and wasn't really doing. And I kind of kept that in mind.
It took a while to get acclimated.
Exactly. And this year, for some reason, like Diggs got onto the Bills, and
you know why? Because he and Josh Allen are playing fucking Madden every night together, like via headphones. I'm telling you,
I like that. He's really. I'm impressed with how Diggs has played this year.
Yeah,
he's really
good.
Yeah.
My other start this week is if you're streaming defenses, and I mentioned earlier the Washington defense against the Giants. Washington defense is actually pretty fucking good.
Chase Young fucking amazing.
Could be defensive rookie of the
He
year.
will,
I mean,
easily.
and they have great play. They just
it's either him or Isaiah Simmons for Arizona. But so you're not worried about how decent the Giants looked against the Buccaneers on Monday night.
They did look good.
And that's against a great defense in Tampa Bay.
It was supposed to be great. They didn't look that great.
They didn't against the Giants offense that is mediocre.
I think this is a week where the Giants,
divisional
shit their
game.
pants. Yeah, divisional game. They kind of know a lot about each other. I think that Washington.
Okay.
I would rather go with Green Bay here against 49ers if you can get them.
If
they're available on one, somebody dropped them, and I'm gonna, if the game even happens.
Right.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. But I mean, that's the best defensive play of the week. But if you can get them, they're available in one, but they got to clear waivers first.
Right. Okay.
Or I pick them up. Which is my third start. The Packers against 49ers. If it happens. And then Antonio Brown, we agree on that against New Orleans. He's going to have at least a touchdown, maybe 60 yards. It's worth it.
Yeah, he'll do something.
Probably 2-3 receptions.
If you picked him up and you saw that he's no longer suspended with that little red thing and you decided to keep him on your bench, I'm sorry. You're
an idiot.
Yeah, you shouldn't be playing fantasy
You deserve
football.
to be 1-14.
Yeah, you
are 1-8 like me.
Are you trying unless you're going to trade him off? Fuck that. I mean, just.
And then Damian Harris versus the Jets, running back for New England. Damian Harris had a great game running against the Bills. He had a great game the week before. He's kind of come on as the starting.
I think this is a good matchup for him against the Jets. I think it's just going to be an easy game. This should be an easy win. Should be an easy win.
But I think there'll be a lot of running.
I mean,
on both teams.
Hopefully.
I like Damian Harris. He's kind of coming on.
So. I like Damian Harris. I like that. That's good.
Who you got for sits?
My sits, I'm sitting Keelan Cole for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I definitely sit that.
I know that they need to play catch up, but once again, quarterback problem. I mean, new quarterback. I know that they practice a lot with the number 2 wideouts mostly, and Keelan Cole's there too. I once again, we don't know, so I'm not.
Who would you start? Would you start Shark?
No.
I have DJ Shark start.
I once again, I don't know what this quarterback's doing. Like, it's the whole. You remember
I'm just hopeful.
You remember the whole Cowboys thing? They've got DiNucci playing, and so what are you doing with Cooper? What are you gonna do with guy? Like, I mean, I just asked Jeff for a trade, straight up, fucking Amari Cooper for some random running back. I can't even remember. It wasn't, but I mean.
You have Cooper?
Yeah. I'm just trying to sell him at this point. And
Who was a running back?
Is this the one? Let me see if I can find that trade that I. There we go. Pending transaction. To Jeff Ojukams, Chase Edmonds. So, this is the same league I have Kenyon Drake in, so I was just looking for anything I can find. But
Apparently, Jeff's been watching fucking Cowboys games and he knows better.
I'm hoping. I drafted his team. Another set. Getting goals in both those leagues. Damn. We touched base on this. Dallas Cowboys receivers, any of them, I would bench them. I know that they're going up against Pittsburgh. They're going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
I really liked Gus Edwards last week. They had a great game against whoever they played, Pittsburgh. They play Indianapolis this week. I'm benching Gus Edwards.
Indy's great against the run.
Yeah.
They have probably the best linebacker.
I think this is going to be a very disheartening game for the Ravens. I think it's, unless, the only thing that's going to save them is their defense beating up on Phillip Rivers.
Maybe. It's going to be close.
Yeah, that's going to be a messy game. But I wouldn't start Gus Edwards. I probably wouldn't even start J.K. Dobbins. But
I have to start J.K. I'm in a bad – my back's against the wall.
I know that they have to run the ball, and that's kind of their offense. So, I mean, take it as you will, but with a grain of salt, I guess. But I wouldn't trust it too much.
Yeah.
My last sit, Traquan Smith. I think this is the time we can –
For the Saints?
Yeah, for the Saints. We've talked about Michael Thomas coming on.
Come back.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll see. But
so do you bench Traquan? Has Traquan done anything?
Not lately. And that's the thing, is that he hasn't really done much since like week 6 or
Are you saying sit him or drop him
I'd sit him.
Pick up Wilkins or anything, second defense, anything?
I cannot, for the life of me, drop him for some reason.
All right.
I keep looking at him. I keep going.
Maybe will Sanders start?
Yeah, he hadn't gotten shit this year.
Yeah.
41.6 yards per game.
How the fuck?
Touchdowns total.
But, I mean,
how the fuck are the Saints winning? Kamara, that's how.
Yeah,
Jesus.
basically. But, yeah, week 4, Traquan Smith had that big game, and everybody thought he was going to be taking over for Michael Thomas. Now with Thomas coming back, I mean, he's – I don't know. Traquan's average, 9 points per game or something like that, 8 point something. I don't trust it. I don't.
So sit him, but don't cut bait.
No, don't cut him. I wouldn't cut him yet. It's Drew Brees. The guy spreads the ball out.
He does.
So, I don't know. Sit him, though. I wouldn't start him.
All right.
Who you got?
Ronald Jones against New Orleans. Ronald Jones has looked so good the past couple weeks, and then he fumbled on Sunday and got put in timeout until like the fourth quarter. So Leonard Fournette had, I think, 2 more carries on 14 to 12.
I don't know, but that was really freaking me out because I was playing Rich last week and he had Fournette and I had Gallman, and I was only up by like 10 points or something like that. So I kept sitting because I had Gallman, he had Fournette, and I just kept thinking, Fournette's getting more carries. I'm fucked. Luckily, I ended up winning.
All right.
It was a good one for me.
Last week I had Scotty Miller and Ronald Jones, and I needed 40 points from 2 players, which is in a full point PPR. It's not impossible, but it didn't come fucking close. Because this asshole fumbled the ball, and Scotty Miller had 6 points. It was bad. So bench him. I think. I don't know. I think they're just going to be passing the ball everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
Tom Brady. God. I want Tom Brady back. I'm so jealous at trade. He is going to be amazing now. I mean, he already is way better than when I traded him to you, but he's going to
I'm really
be fantastic.
He's the only reason why I've won any of my games lately.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can I at least touch your trophy after you win it?
I'm not going to win the trophy in that league, but in the other 2 leagues.
All right. Sid, my second one, any 49er. I had written down, but Brandon Ayuk. But he's fucking
but McKinnon.
McKinnon's the only player I would play.
Yeah.
He's not even the kicker.
I might have to start him if Aaron Jones doesn't go.
Not the defense, nothing. And I have sent any Cowboy except Zeke.
Hopefully. I mean, they've got Rush running the ball.
Yeah, it's that game's going to be dog shit too. Another sit, Devin Singletary against Seattle. I think Zach Moss gets the majority of the carries. He's kind of come on as a receiver. I think they lean more on him. He had a lot more points last week than Singletary did. And Robbie Anderson against Kansas City has a set.
Why?
I just think I don't like him this week. I think Kansas City runs away with this game.
Well, yeah. So not Leftwich. What is his name? Bridgewater.
Damn it.
So, but Teddy Bridgewater's going to have to play catch up. And that's why I love starting wideouts that go up against the Chiefs, because you know that they've got to
McCaffrey
catch up. And
McCaffrey coming back?
Maybe. Who cares?
I
If he's there, it's not going to change the fact that Robbie Anderson is still set up outside. He is he second or
he's a number two
two
or three guy
in the NFL in receiving yards.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson. He's 1, 2, or 3. He's
McCaffrey gets
top 5.
10 receptions a game.
He's got almost 700 yards.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson is a top 5 receiver.
1 touchdown.
Yeah.
86 yards per game.
How many receptions? Is it in your PPR?
Yes, he is in my PPR.
11, 15, 23, 31.
Oh, no, he's not.
26, 45, 50 plus receptions.
That's not bad.
He just one fucking touchdown.
I think they shut him down this week.
Week 1 touchdown. That was it. September 13th was his.
Yeah, I don't like him this week. But you start him.
I will start him. I have every week for the last.
Let me know how that works. And if you want to get on
you do know that
Fanatics right now and go ahead and pre-order that hat.
You do know that I am winning in a lot better than you in most of these leagues.
I don't even know what that even means.
4 out of our 5 leagues.
You sound like Trump 4 years ago.
3 out of our 4 leagues that we're
winning
in,
way better than you.
I am doing a lot better than you are.
That's all right. You don't get
with
points
my
for
Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's all about the playoffs.
Is it all about the playoffs?
Yep. You just got to make the
Are
top 8.
you gonna get there?
I'll get there in 4 out of 5. The Fortune Person League, I may not, but I'll root for you.
I'm hoping to get there. That's a rough league. This is probably the best I've been in this league, and if I can get to that single digit, I'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
God, but I'm going up against all the Escalades. I'm going up against number 1 this week.
Yeah, number 1. Yeah.
Fuck. And
actually, if you look at this team, it's really not that good.
It's Russell
not
Wilson.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
And his bench is dog shit. He has like nothing.
Well, right now he's got Aaron Jones, questionable. He's got Devontae Freeman, questionable. Jamison Crowder, questionable. So half his team, he doesn't even know if they're going to be playing or not. So he's got Le'Veon Bell and Latavius Murray as his running backs.
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
I'm hoping.
I should be killing it in this league.
I'm hoping I can pull out this win.
Fuck.
That is going to be a big one for me. Mike Davis, seriously, who?
Mike Davis might even start.
Exactly. Why I should win this game. And if I don't, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Me too. Yeah.
He doesn't even have a defense yet.
If you don't win this week, you have to take next Wednesday off and BJ will fill in the game. That'll be your punishment.
Okay.
Just kidding. I would never do that.
But he doesn't even. So he has no defense in right now. He's got Los Angeles, the Rams as their defense and on bye. I literally looked at how many defenses were available that were playing. And I was thinking, what if I just dropped all my players and picked up all the defenses that he could pick up?
No, don't drop all your players. Just drop something you can not use this week, and then go through and pick up a defense, and then drop it again and put them all on waivers. He won't be able to pick one up.
I got to do that on
Saturday, Friday night late or Saturday. Right. I've done that before. That's a strategy, and there'll be nothing available for pick up
on that.
I've done that with quarterbacks before in the playoffs. It's sneaky and it's bad manners. But if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. But
calm down, Belichick.
I'm serious. I would totally fucking do that. If he's sleeping on it, because he has kids and a wife, and he's got.
So Saturday, Saturday morning,
I would pick up
look up
every single defense, like the top 10, and just pick them up and drop. Pick them up, drop. They'll be on waivers 2 days.
Love it.
He'll end up with I don't even like.
Who the fuck cares?
He'll end up have to start Dallas's team. He'll probably start nothing so he doesn't go in the negative. It's brilliant.
It's a great idea.
It is.
Love it.
Love it. All right, that's our show and our strategy for fucking people over on defenses. It's a way to use waivers to your advantage. Sneaky little trick. We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening.
Go Chiefs.
And Bill.
No, fuck the Bills. Nobody cares about the Bills.
Washington State.